Loki Season 2, Episode 5, Science Fiction.
I actually like this episode the best. I think it was the best one of the season. I think that this was the episode that they should have used as the actual premiere of the season. I feel like it would have set the season up so much better.
You have a point there. This was definitely the episode that showed you that there were actual stakes in the game, that, shit's going down. Felt like, Infinity War 2.0, but everyone's turning into spaghetti this time. And, it's Loki who has to save them all. He's stepping into his power and really seeing a lot of character development in Loki, which I definitely appreciate. And him finally getting to the reason that he's doing all of this, to be with his friends, and he unlocks his power. So I think that that will do him some good in the finale. This episode, I felt the intensity of what was happening, and the severity, where it's taken a while for this season to get there, which I think is one of our main criticisms of this season so far.
Yeah, I would agree. They also took the focus off of Kang. There was no Kang in this episode at all. The fact that this season was focused on Kang was a big problem, because we obviously have the Jonathan Majors stuff happening in real life. And we also have the fact that it doesn't seem like that character is going over so well. We had the failure of Quantumania. Where Kang lost, and Kang appeared to lose again in this show. I don't know if this is also representing a pivot on the part of Marvel.
If it is, I think that would be a smart move, although I'm not sure that's the direction they're going in. It could be that more variants of Kang are going to come in the next episode, is my prediction. But hey, maybe Miss Minutes will take over everything.
Good point. There was no Miss Minutes in this either. Or actually, there kind of was, but she was essentially just a computerized voice speaking overhead.
Yeah, and that was pretty creepy, seeing her in the empty TVA. It was very eerie. The main payoff for this episode, all things considered, is that we got Mobius on the jet ski, and that's his whole personality on Earth.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. It turns out he's a salesman of jet skis, which that doesn't surprise me based on the personality of Mobius that we've seen, that he's a salesman in his real life. So to speak. They gave us a bunch of different viewings of people's actual lives on the timeline.
I appreciated that, especially with how they set up Mobius, specifically him not wanting to know what his life was like. And also now, Loki saying, like, let's give them the choice of having the TVA or not. It's an interesting little, I guess, ethical dilemma of, should we even give them the choice of the TVA? Should we bring that back when they've been ripped from their lives? It's kind of a conundrum, but it was pretty much solved when the world started spaghettifying. And Sylvie was like, all right, let's get the TVA back, I think.
Yeah, but Sylvie was just like, oh yeah, just let him do whatever, until it started affecting her life, which I really love that, because it was that pivot that was showing that, okay, this show is about Loki. If they could kind of just keep it here in this space right here, that might get me back on board, but it might be a little bit too late since we're in episode 5. We only got one episode left at this point. So was this enough to sell you totally that this was a worthwhile season?
I don't know that I would say totally, but it definitely does have me appreciating the fact that we're getting this more. And you're right, it was more Loki in this episode, which definitely made me more into it. That's really what I'm watching for. And we're following just his character in this episode, which is what I'm here for, and which is what I'm enjoying, and really seeing his growth as a character and his fears and just being more vulnerable. I think it's really great to see. And there's still a lot of problems with this season. So it's all going to depend on the finale for me. Felicity, do you have hope for the finale? Do you think it could turn around?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think that they have learned how to do this type of storytelling. If they had brought some real, TV experienced professionals to help them, get Disney Plus off of the ground, I think that could have given us better product and put them in a better standing. But no, if I want to give this episode an actual grade, I would give it like a 7.5 to 8.
I was going to say an 8. It was really just fun to see all these different variants. Really fun stuff. Overall, pretty good with this episode. We'll have to see with the finale. Thanks for watching, y'all. Subscribe if you're a variant.